Hello and welcome to another video. This is Roy's Retro 81 hello everybody and Happy New Year. I hope you're all doing well. I thought I'd just pop a bit of an update and something a bit different today because I think this is the first time I'll ever be showing any pickups, so that's a bit random. Not something I've done before, but the reason for that is this is one of those things where, like, if you tell your mates you're going to do something, it's probably going to more likely to pan out. But long story short, part of the reason that like I've been a bit lower on the videos of late is just things being very busy here, and I'm going to have to move. Now, as anybody who's got any kind of like collection or like of anything or lots of stuff, has been living somewhere for a while, can tell you, and I'm sure all of you have experienced, moving all your stuff is always a bit of a nightmare. And it made me have a bit of a think about games in general. I don't kind of I just collect games that I want to play or that I enjoy playing that I want to replace. I don't go crazy with it, but at the same time, I've been here a while and I've sort of collated a fair bit of stuff. And I thought a lot of the systems that I buy games for, I have most of the stuff that I want. I've never been someone who's like, a complete collection type or anything like that. More power to you if you are. One of the things I've always thought about collecting is it's about you and what you enjoy picking up. And if you enjoy going after complete collections, who's anybody else to stop you? More power to you. But like I just pick up, the odd thing here and there. But I wanted to kind of just sit down and think about it and go like, right, okay, which systems do you really play all the time? Because those are the sensible ones to like focus on. And also, being completely honest, what are the games that you don't have that you would still like to pick up, and any that you'd like to upgrade, where like I've got stuff in loose cart or whatever. I mean, there are some systems I collect for. Oh, there goes something already. That's a good start. That's nothing to do with gaming. That's just a DVD throwing itself off a cliff. But yeah, so the system that I've gone at that first with to trial it out is the Sega Master System, which is it's my favourite console alongside the Sony PlayStation 2. So yeah, at the moment I mean, it's probably going to be a couple of months before we have to move. But I don't want to be in this situation where I'm still waiting. I've got stuff that's going to come to a house that I don't live in or anything like that. I mean, all the places we looked at, like the space is going to be bigger than what I've got here, which is good, so probably have more stuff at my fingertips rather than having it all in, some of the stuff that, I've got a lot of things that I don't play that I stow away because like the space is small and I just want easy access to the stuff that I'm going after. So anyway, I came up with like a real short list. Like I'm talking short, like about 6 games that I was still after for the Master System, or that I wanted to like get properly because I'd already got them loose on cart, and I played them a lot. And I did that a while back with a few games, like Batman Returns, that I'm sure I showed in a previous video. I'd had that loose cart since I got my master system in like early 2000s, and that's like one of my favorite games on the system. And I just thought, this is daft having this just loose in cart, because eventually it's going to get all crud up on its contacts and it won't work anymore like that. So get it in a box. It's not an expensive game. track it down, and none of these are like, you know, crazy games. They're just things that I like, that like, and there's two games on that list, one of which I'm going to show today, that I've not had before, and I was just like, I keep meaning to get that, I never see it, or you know, I just don't get around to it. Pick it up now, stick it in the collection, draw a line under the collection, and then you know like exactly how much space you need for your collection if you want to have it out. So you know pick like the whole lot, or you know whatever. Anyhow, without further ado, I will do what is the first pickups on screen from Voice Retro 81 in the third year of the channel. Alright, shut up about that. So anyhow, first game pickup is the Terminator. Again, I had this game, got it in a bundle with the system when I bought the system way back in the day. Played it to death. Pretty brutally hard, but at the same time, a game I really enjoy. The Terminator is one of my favourite films, the original one. I'm not so keen on Terminator 2, but don't lynch me. Yeah, you know, really good game, great graphics, great sound. It's not for everybody because you've only got one life, and you know you've got to get through all 4 levels in one life. But I will say about this, although it does only give you one life, which kind of stinks, every time you get into a new section of a level, it tops your health right back up. So as long as you don't like do silly things that result in you dying in one go, you're normally all right. You know, once you know what you're doing. And you know, similar kind of beast with the other Virgin Media movie tie-ins like Predator 2, Alien 3. Quite difficult, but good, you know, 8-bit romp with quality Master System graphics and great music. So I thought, pick that up, get it in a box, make sure that it's protected. Yeah, it's got the manual in it. Can't complain. I mean, I'm not like a complete in box kind of guy, but I do prefer to have cartridge games for the Master System and Mega Drive in the shot cases with a nice-ish sleeve. Don't mind a bit of patina. I'm not like, you know, if it's a, you know, 7 out of 10, I'm cool, and you'll see that with the next one. And the other one we've got to look at today is the Lucky Dime Caper. Believe it or not, this is the first time I have owned this. It's largely because I'm not a big platform game fan, but just had this out and checked it worked. Dropped in today, and this is probably the best of the 3 of. I can tell it's going to be the best of the 3 of the Disney platformers I have on the system. I can, I like having a weapon in it. I've got the 2 Mickey Mouse games, Castle of Illusion and is it Land of Illusion? Yeah, Land of Illusion. On the Master System, and I'm pants at both of them. I'm much better at the Mega Drive Castle of Illusion. But this, I can see myself getting good at it once I sit down and actually play it properly, whereas like I've sat down and tried to play Castle of Illusion properly and I stink at it, and I'm a bit better at Land of Illusion, but I'm still not great. It's never really been my like forte, cutesy platformers, but I do enjoy the odd cutesy platformer, and I wanted to, you know, if I was polishing off the collection for good, I did want to get this one in before I called time on it. You may or may not be able to see, it's you know, it's got a bit of patina. This one is probably like it's a bit sun faded. Don't mind, this isn't like a game that like I'm like, oh my god, I must have like an excellent version of that, and it has actually. It is complete, so you can't complain about that. The manual's a bit dog-eared, but I mean, these things are, well, this was from 1991, so this is 32-ish years old, so you can't complain really, you know. I'm happy to get these things with a little bit of patina on them, you know. I haven't got its hang tag, but the way I need to store these, especially at the moment, It's actually not the worst thing if they don't have a hang tag, because they fit better in the place that I need to store them. So anyhow, waffling on, but that's what I've been doing and thinking with like my practical games, is like just to kind of like draw a line under this under all the systems, and also like I've been thinking about doing that for years now, because since the pandemic, prices have just been going up, 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 up for stuff, and it's silly money. It's silly money. I mean, around here, the best thing I can do is go on eBay for anything older than the Xbox 360, and everybody's like, "Oh, this is a retro game. It's rare and vintage," and it's like you sat there going, "It's Sonic the Hedgehog. Do you know how many copies of Sonic the Hedgehog are in circulation that nobody owns at the moment? Just before you start counting all the ones people have in their collections, it is not rare. It's kind of vintage, but and it's just silly. People asking like 30 plus quid for Mario Land or whatever is bonkers. And for me, the hunt is probably the least enjoyable bit of collecting. I hate trying to find games, and then picking through eBay, and then keeping my fingers crossed that like they're going to arrive in one piece and everything. So yeah, and you end up spending so much time checking that the blooming things are like working and they're not broken and whatever. You don't get much time to sit down and actually enjoy having the games sometimes. So yeah, so that's me. Bit of a pickups and a bit of a chat. Yeah, I mean, hopefully I'll be able to put some more videos up before we move, so I can let people know that that I am going to be, the channel is going to be down for a bit. We shall see. Anyhow, take care everybody. Speak to you again soon, and peace out.